Big up once more. We got for switch the companies them from Orange to Official. The most poorest, data or even phone line to line connection at salon, nine Official. When they try for poor Luna, but I don't want our customers them. When our service is very poor, very disappointing, not sustainable at all. Not current, not active, whatever way you want to put on. I wonder why we still allow governments for allowing us to go around. If we pay enough for service, we need to get the service we need. There was somebody talk and go lock them up and pay them back. We don't see that take place last year. That's coming issue. All this Ibad, Official, or Seattle, or Orange money. Especially Orange. And are very poor. But let me continue with the segment. We'll be trying to discuss small on Marcus Gavey. And the difference is while they use Official, when they try for praise Official, but at least I see me viewers them, I see comments them. But with Orange, they see no comments, they see numbers of views, no nothing. Very sad for Salone. But let me continue. Marcus Gavey will be the talk of in rise and in fall. And also the movement, the black movement, the rise and the fall. Before Martin Luther King, before Malcolm X, etc. That be a very powerful man, and I want to show now why make this man become powerful. And I want to talk small again on the issues there, what the blacks can be the first to alleviate, what up to now, happen. We don't get great singers like Bob Marley don't even sing about Africa Unite. All that concepts stay from Marcus Gavey. Need UNIA, etc. But take we go far. Now let me continue. Let Allah lead me for make sure say when I see things more clearer. Now a young man was born inside Jamaica. Get the privilege for go outside the UK. Go learn few skills and trades. And for go see the reality of the world. Go understand say black man there, we little them be little we, during the own time period. Because I guess in Papa born into slavery. I be just again, part of the system. And mama be they work hard. They cook, they clean for white people inside Jamaica. So in mama be fair way for make sure say this young man no left so for nothing. In mama always be see greatness in him Pekin. And they say one call him Pekin Moses. Because I feel like say go do great things still. Well, we don't know much of the daddy because the daddy then say be more frustrated. Society or the system, it don't frustrate the daddy. Wanna be a private man, another loner. But let's get serious about Marcus. Marcus go UK, well, he go pick up skills stay. Skills when I believe say na help forget onto the level which I reach. Printing, we can to the media landscape, newspapers them. In those days they puts the alphabets in order, big symbols them, for creates the printing, technology not be too vast. So he learn some of them skills and they come back now in country in Jamaica, and now they begin starts the movement. Because you go realize inside UK that, the blacks there, the niggers there. All around the world, not just inside Jamaica or UK, but take on inside America and it become global. Take on inside Africa. The white man be don't can succeed we, that's how go and put on. Don't come for rule we. Don't come for conquer we. And no other race not be in the world where they suffer like how the black people and they suffer. Because we become slave, free laborers them, then kill we, then hang we, then beat we, then burn we, then do all kind of things to we. So what's happening inside Germany in the Nazi system, no compare to what's in the black man don't experience. And up to now, the black people and the experience up to now. So this man will get some of the experiences there inside the UK and read about what's going to take place inside the United States. It can create a difference in the country. And one thing he realized was no image not be there of any black person where they into a super or a higher power. like a person, an idol, somebody where go, you know, where go call it, put some Creole. Somebody where go imagine, say, this man a great man on a black man. I want to be like this man. You know, great black people, they don't extinguish them. You know, all men are be just a normal slave, a non-entity. So black people will not be get anybody for look up to. They not be get anybody for idolize, anybody for mimic, anybody for say, you know, black people and we great. Because they make sure say they wipe out your black history. They make sure say you forget about your heritage or your culture. And even the one in now would left in Africa, yeah, they still be to go through the same detriment, which was colonialism. You know? So Marcus Gavey in country inside Jamaica again, from the UK, they begin creating newspapers there, and they change the name as a Honorable Marcus Gavey. Now they don't show saying back now a Superman. You know, equal to the white people them. They never feel like say the white man better person. Never. You know, they tell Marcus don't become aware. He feel like say equal to all man. Equal to all man. You know, so I don't go much in relationship because possibly they back where it meet up would all two be get the same ideology. But Marcus end up for left Jamaica and go to America, New York. End up for going to America. We go to America and go continue, you know, with the same work way they do in the UK. We also transfer inside Jamaica, the printing business. You know, so now they be able for me to people them. People will go believe in them and ready for push this movement. And I want to make this story short because I know I'm prolonging. But in first speech where you ever give, you might collapse if you're not grown. You cannot be used for give speech to people them. You know, it not be used for give speech to people them. So you begin go church, they learn from other people them, where they speak well, where they talk well. Then there's that somebody asks Tasmo, or they discuss small. I want advice for Canada media. But he say one thing, he say Tasmo, I know sabi talk. And talking is a skill. Now something will allow to they put inside you. Not all man able for communicate and pass the message. You know, this now a blessing, you know, Allah they put inside certain people. Like Christ, even Prophet Muhammad. Because if you not get talking skills, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to communicate. The movements or the message not gonna ever go before. You know? So Tasmo is a good communicator. Now let me continue. Marcus now they inside America and they see the worst of the worst as well. What he be used for read, now it is Siam, the sufferness, the struggles them, the whippings them, you know, the embarrassment, the belittling the black people them. The black people are not be get any stance. All man gets you know, small, you know, category of respect, but black people that be the least concerned. So what's that be Marcus in purpose? For make sure say the concept of black man feel like say will not get anybody who will go idolize if for change. So the honorable begin to make impact inside America. States to states you go and talk. For build people and hopes them up. For tell the black man say he powerful. For tell the black man say he not little than the white. But we all equal and we can do greater things them if they give you the same chance or opportunity. You know? And one thing back can make them realize that all what's done the develop inside America are based on the black stuff. And they can be powerful. They can get their own governments. They can create their own system. Etc. Etc. Marcus Gavey go say they even create uniform system. For the youth man them, even woman them. For where? You know, not be all weapon, but men know say, you know, they get a group and a movement to go on. You know? So even women in the wear their uniforms there, they become powerful. They work going at different towns and different places them. You know, that's how the black movement starts. But not to all black men be aligned with Marcus Gavey. Because doing intended also different movements and they take place. Different groups them. You know? But Marcus, you know, be the infiltrate. The white man be the panic. You man even cancel the concepts that well, since we're not able for lynch or, you know, all them white people are accountable in their own country. Well, low fan way, we buy we own boats them, we go back to Africa. Well, the same way the white man is suffer, we now yellow go suffer them back over yonder. It creates all kind of threats for sure the white man say, and not be the panic, you not be get any fear. But all them talk they are not become to reality. Also by the boats them, you know, the ships them. Black Star, the Black Star Line, you know, Black Star Line. That be the name of them boats there, or them ships there. You know, people in the hope for see them boats there, they cross, you know, the oceans and they go to Africa or Jamaica or other places there. But it never take place. Because the same one they will be the work for Marcus, and then they sell Marcus out. You know, the white man make sure say that they incorporate some black people there, where they work for the white man, where they put inside Marcus Gavey in team. So even some certain things in the way cost maybe an example, $1,000 maybe for the boats, they only ship them, then go charge Marcus $5,000. They go overpay. So what good things they not be able to come into reality because the white people them or others them they plant bad seed around Marcus. And Marcus be very authoritative. What's in state and F court. You know, if you be wise enough, if I be not open or you know, make sure say people get certain powers there without your own decisions. But what's more affects Marcus now? Now let's get to the point. You know? Marcus be more worried about loyalty than competency. When I listen to this show, he be more worried about loyalty than competency. And that's what they experienced like today in Africa. All every party there, now loyal members are no them concerned for. As long as you're loyal to the party, you're ready for die for the party, you're welcome. But so not care about competency if you're smart enough. When that's Marcus in weakness. All man will be there around Marcus, not be get too much sense. Not be get too much sense, not be land book, you know, not be educated or whatsoever. But he be get loyalists them. But then loyalists they are not going to fetch what we call knowledge, competency. They're not going to have to act or behave or have to redirect the other people the way they follow them. You know? So one of the things in this will bring Marcus down. They don't think for create a government inside the United States. And there was a government formed. Then get an institution where they finance black business people and for create business. Hotels them, restaurants them. For sure say the black movements, they move. But most of them business, they are not be the old water. And the money now where they save in the institutions, they are where they get you know, they go for invest and back for them business there, but the business back still in the old water because competency not be did it. So then try for structure a government with loyalists them and it never go far. Because you go for structure government with people there we're knowledgeable, we're smart, we're going to lead. One way person going to lead. We need a group or a bunch of people that were smart enough for help you for lead. Marcus not gets that. So now be the way this white man be able to find way for infringing to in group, into in government, into in system, and in system became a failure. Other one then can later now for continue the movement. And again, what Marcus preached from the beginning, what he identified, will make the black man become a puppet. He said because we the black man with this united among ourselves. That be the main cause this. He said with this united among ourselves, we'll not get any unity. And if unity not there, we're not going to be able to fight any forces. If unity not there, we're not going to be able to stand against the oppressors. You know? So now that's be the main, you know, headlines for the whole black community that we need unity. But could people don't think about this unity, but could don't try for fight for this unity. But up till now, this modern Africa, we're not going what we call unity. And also today starts, Marcus Gavey starts to work in 1914, 15, 16, 17. Tay Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all kinds side. You know? So what's our person again the message? Wo for highlights. You know, wo for highlights. We don't need loyalists them for run government. We don't need loyalists them. We need competent individuals them for run government. People that with integrity. You know, people that will fear, you know, Allah. People that were really ready for work. You know, but when they go put full man in office, they pay no more for nothing. If you not take time, they ain't gonna bring you can down. So now so Boku great money end up for can down. All them great leaders there now because they not be get the right people we're competent enough. Then be depend on loyalists still. When I stay blessed on a boy against us Muslims servants, aka Bepeko, and the work will continue tomorrow. We will make sure say when I see them. When I stay blessed.